What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back with a match preview. It's a big one. It's the biggest game of the weekend, people. Let's not, forget any other game that's going on this weekend. This is the big one. First versus second, clash of the Titans, Leeds United versus Leicester City. Leicester looking to bounce back after a defeat against Middlesbrough. We're looking to keep that undefeated home record intact. Will something give? We'll find out, people. But listen, you know the drill, people. Like the video, please. Algorithm. Best way to help out the channel. Drop your comments below, including your score predictions. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Easy stuff. And of course, turn your notification bell on so you know whenever I'm going live. Like last night when Southampton were defeated, we officially take second. No games in hand to worry about. It's in our hands, people. It's all in our hands, as we say. So yeah, listen, it's going to be a good game. I feel like it's going to be a similar game to the one at King Power. I hope it's like that, more tactical, but that we just edge the game. But we'll go into score predictions in a bit. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat right now. Shout out to everyone that's going to be watching the replay, like Gordon White here. Afternoon, KG, picking the grandsons up from school, so catch you later. Love that, Gordon. Make sure you hit the like later, too. T85 in the house. Afternoon, pal, daring to dream. Yeah, listen. It's so difficult now. I'm really trying not to get ahead of myself. I'm trying. And I know that there's going to be twists and turns, but how can you not just have an eye on Premier League football at this moment in time? Seriously, how can you not? Even if we were not to win this game, I know that will put a little dent in what we've done, but the form up until this point in 2024 has been exceptional. How can you not just have an eye on it and go, I wonder where we're going to be playing next season, man? And you can just put this league in the rear view mirror. I can't wait for that. Phil here saying, give him a right battering, make a statement, but zero fucks here. Tough one to call. And I'm more with zero fucks here. Phil, if we do batter Leicester City, then that is a major statement. Of course it will be. But I just feel when you look at the quality of both teams, we can't little brother Leicester. They have been the best team in the league. Danny Farker said so today, and they've been the best team. And I give them that respect, because if we had done what Leicester have done up until this point, I would hope that other teams would respect what we've done. So I'm going to give them that respect. But when you're talking about form, when you talk about our home record, maybe we do go into this game as slight favorites, but it's going to be tough. And like I say, the games this season, not this season, this calendar year, 2024, I've been very confident that we're going to win the game every time. This one, there's a more jeopardy in it. There's finally jeopardy in the game where you think, this team could do something to us. But listen, we're in good form. We're in good shape. And we'll get into the team news in a bit. Matt, though, is saying, KG, we can't dream. We are Leeds fans, bro. And I hear that. I do hear that. But like I said last night, and with many other streams, it just feels different with this team. It just feels different. The ability that they have, the mental strength, it feels different. But look, time and results will tell. And Katrina here, can't wait for Friday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't know if I'm going to do a watch along at this point. I'm leaning towards doing one. So if I do, like I say, keep the notification bell on. But of course, always I'll be here after the game. But I'm feeling like a watch along for this one. I'm not going to lie. But listen, Gavin here says sounds like Bamford on the bench. Well, look, let's get into the team news. Farker said that Anthony is back in training and available, so that will be good. Strengthen the bench. We do need that, because you do see when we have a couple of names off the bench starts to look a bit skewy. So Anthony is getting closer and will be available. Darlow is also in the training, getting closer. Byram is out, comes back next week. Bamford is progressing, but likely misses Friday. But then he did go on to say, and I just wanted to point that out, he's not ruling him out the game, but he's going to see how the next 48 hours go, because of course we do have another training session before the game Friday, and if Bamford takes part and he looks good to go, then Farker will probably put him on the bench. I don't see how he would go from not being available today to then starting the game. So I fully expect Joel Peru to continue up front. And then Bamford maybe getting, second half minutes if he's fit. So that will be something to look out for. Strauch is keeping up with the timeline. He's stepping up, but training unavailable, but he's not too far away. It sounds like the scans didn't have any complications, but again, we have no definitive timeline on Pascal Strauch. And again, today we do need Strauch in the squad just to make our bench look a little bit better, because unfortunately for Pascal, as good as he's been, he's not replacing Ethan Ampadu and Joe Rodon at centre back. That's just the way it goes. One goal conceded this calendar year, people. Can you break that up? No, you can't. Uh, Oh no, no, the presser was today. No, the presser was today, and as Annabelle says here, because it's a Friday game, yeah, and it's Sky Sports, isn't it? So they like to get those pressers done for the TV games 2 days before. Usually, if it's not televised, they might do it the day before, but when it's Sky Friday night, they like to get the pressers done on Wednesday. Um, T85 saying if Nanto starts, I expect him to be pressing like DJ did in the first game. Well, Nanto's been doing that anyway. There's no need to even look at specific games. Nanto's been pressing. He's been helping out Archie Gray. They've been, working so well down the right hand side. Especially when you consider Nanto is more effective from the left, but he's making that right side his own right now. So, yeah, Nanto, I expect him to probably start. DJ to be on the bench again. It's not a bad place to be when you're at our team. It's a real good option to have. DJ, when he comes on, will be motivated to say, "Oh, don't forget about me. I've been excellent this season." So we've got hungry players all over the place. Um, so Nigel saying Vardy started scoring again. Roden needs to pocket him. Yeah, and that's the thing as well. I just want to mention on that Leicester defeat against Middlesbrough. It's not like Leicester were terrible in that game. They were actually in control of a lot of the game. They still had, I think it was over 20 shots on goal. So again, I don't see this being the same kind of game where we've had a lot of control and maybe the opposition hopes for a counter. We're against much better players here. This is the tippy top challenge here. This is the best fixture of the league by a mile. The two best teams outright. First and second says so, but even the quality of the squad said so. It's going to be a different kind of game, and that's why I'm expecting more of a chess game rather than us starting quick on the front foot. But you know what? If we can do that and get a goal, I would love it. But I see it be more tactical battle. But maybe you guys see it differently. Let's have a look. And there's on the news just a little bit more. I mean, Farker was talking about he's trying to play down the importance of the game, but I got to say, as a fan, people, it's hard not to get excited for this one. Danny Farker was talking about it's just another 3 points and things like that, and I do understand him to a certain point. But how can you not look at this fixture and think, oh, if we get 3 points here, 6 points behind Leicester, maybe it sends them on a little wobble, maybe. But like Daniel Farker said today, and I'm in agreement, their position in the top two is solidified, and it's going to take a lot for them to drop out of it. Let's have a look. And what else was there on that one? I was never concentrated. Farker continued. I was never concentrated on the points gap to Leicester. Even now, I'm not too bothered. They still have everything in their hands. It's true. What I like is our consistency and performance level. Even if we win this game, Leicester will definitely finish in the top two, which is what I just alluded to there. What's that? So sorry there. Someone was just at the door. I don't know, man. Weird thing. Not expecting anything. So you know what I mean? So huh? Okay, sorry, I'm back. Matt saying if we win KG, it's only 6 points, which is catchable. It is, but you again, you're asking a lot for a team like Leicester who have been pretty much automatic all season. This would then, if we beat them, let's just say we beat them, that will be 2 defeats in a row. Can we then see them going on to maybe draw and then lose? And it's a lot, but look, I would love it. But you know what Danny Farker said, which was a lot of what I've said. Yeah, it's a ghost. It's a ghost now. Something just come through the post, but it's probably spam. You know how it goes. I'm winning the title. Yes, it's nice to win silverware. I've had that feeling, but the result is the same if you finish second. Promotion to the Premier League, it gives you no advantage the following season, but it's nice to have something in the cupboard. But promotion is the major focus, and that's what I've been singing this whole time. I know a lot of you want to jump Leicester and get the trophy, and listen, I would love that too. But I'm more concerned with getting that P next to our name, and that sounds like Daniel Farker. And his when he was asked the question, his face straight away was like, "No, the task is to get out of this league. If we get the trophy, that is nice, but it's all about promotion." And that is what he laid his cards out on the table. And it's probably the first time I've seen him actually say that, because, since the start of the year, people have been talking about, are we expected to go up this year, or is it a 2-year plan? It's always been a 1-year plan, people. You do not invest in the squad like we have to try and do it in year 2. You don't keep the players that we kept, turning down bids for Somerville, Nanto, and everyone else, Jorginho, Rutter. you don't turn those bids down if you think that you're going to have a 2-year plan. No, you're trying to get it done this season. I think this is the first time today he's probably come out and said it. But yeah, promotion is the aim of the game. So I know a lot of fans want the championship. I do too. But, promotion is the aim of the game. Dave here saying, KG, we have beat them once though. Yeah, and it was a tight game. I've said in the only game this season where it's felt like a Premier League fixture is that one. And even if we had lost the game, I'd still say the same thing. That felt more like a Premier League game, that Leicester City versus Leeds game where we won 1-0. And Meslier gives us that brilliant save at the end. We need him to be on alert. That's going to be another thing. Meslier has been very well protected, and our defense has been absolutely stern. But this is Leicester City. It's going to pose a different threat. He's going to have to be switched on. Matt here continuing. Yeah, the P is all that matters. Well, yeah. And then I will be very excited for who we can bring in over the summer. Yeah, and of course we'll talk about that in the summer. Of course we will. Michael here saying Dan James for his pressing is a real temptation. Need a focal point 9 as well though. Yeah, I just don't see him dropping Willie Gnonto for this one. I think with the way Willie is, I think it's been 6 goal involvements in the last 5 and 5 goals in the last 5. I could be wrong with those numbers, but it's around those. I don't see how you can just drop him out. He's on fire. He's on fire. And I think Willie Gnonto, Friday night game, under the lights, Leicester City, he thrives in these kind of matches. He's a big game player. So I hear what you're saying with Dan James. Look, no argument if Dan James comes back in, although I would think it's a bit harsh on Willie Gnonto. But it's 2 great options that we've got there. So it's a win either way for me. So yeah, Orinda, shout out to you, Orinda, man. Yeah, you always have trouble catching them. But listen, yeah, Orinda here. Yes, KG finally caught part of a live one. Nice one, man. If you've missed the rest, just go back and watch it. It's not going to be a long one today. And Orinda continues, keep the great work coming, man. Thank you so much. Ian here thinks Leicester will set up for a draw and it will be up to Leeds to break them down. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be similar for both. I would like to see us do what we've done in previous game, and that is just start hot and heavy. I just feel like we're both going to be who's going to blink first, who's going to make the first move. I think it's going to be more of a chess game than anything. I could be wrong, and it could be a 4-3 thriller. That would be nice to see in our favor, of course. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't feel like Leicester are going to batten down the hatches because Leicester will back themselves to win this game as well. But of course, I think Leicester, in Ian's point, I do think that they would be happy with a draw and move on to the next games and get on a winning streak again. And yeah, Darren here saying they will have too much pride to set up for a draw. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Leicester City and I've done what we've done so far in the year, I'm not going to Leeds, even though they're unbeaten, and thinking we're inferior to them. I'd be thinking, no, let's back ourselves. But we shall see the game plan on Friday, won't we? No. I mean, Michael here, Firpo in the defensive position doesn't fill me with confidence. Too late to teach him how to jockey, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the things that are in your benefit when you're on the front foot, like Archie Gray getting to move into midfield at times because we've got so much of the ball. Firpo not having to worry about defensive work because he's just on the offense most of the time, on the attack, sorry. And Meslier being well protected. These are things that may be getting tested in this game. And it's exciting for me. I'm excited to see that because, like I say, there hasn't been real jeopardy in the last few games, but that's because we've been so good. Gavin, yeah, I mean, I've been seeing this, Gavin, as well. A lot of their fans have been unhappy with Maresca of late, and yeah, it happened earlier in the season as well. I'm not sure what the full story is there, but I know Maresca came out one time and said if the fans expect this team to keep winning 3-0 or something like that every game, then they're being unrealistic. And it does seem that there's a bit of a clash of styles there. But listen, that's on them. I don't know. Let them get on with that. But it hasn't really interrupted them too much, has it? You know, they're still doing really well. But yeah, I think Leicester fans probably think that they should be playing a bit better football, which is mad because they're doing all right to me. Every time I see them, the scores, it's like 2-0, 3-0, you know, apart from the last game, of course. Yeah, Nige, another great point, Nige. Leicester will be looking for revenge. We would, yeah. But you know what? We've done, apart from the Southampton game, which was an absolute, clanger, we've done well against our main rivals, haven't we? We've beaten Ipswich twice. We've taken Leicester away from home. Let's see if we can get the job done again. They can be looking for revenge, but we could be looking to complete the double and really make our mark in this league, and maybe flirt for that top spot, but really solidify the second place. Because when you look at the other two fixtures, I just want to point out, even though we are in control, it's still, have a little eye on what the other two are doing. And when you look at their fixtures, people, Ipswich have Birmingham at home. That's a favorable fixture. I think that's fair to say. And Southampton have Millwall at home. And you've got to believe that Southampton will be super motivated to make up for that whole fiasco. So yeah, we just need to get what we need to do done on Friday night, and then let those guys kill each other on Saturday. You know what I mean? Let's have a look. Oh, Darren, am I wrong to think Leicester's midfield is kind of weak? Oh, I don't see that. I don't see how their midfield's weak, man. They've got a good midfield for this division anyway. They've got a brilliant midfield. I wouldn't say they're weak, but I back our midfield if that's what you're asking. I back our midfield over anyone's in this league, easy. And twice on Sundays too. Again, is that right? Is that right? Is he back again? Oh my lord! They've kind of got that Peterborough Darren Ferguson relationship. They all seem to just find each other again. Karen here, shout out to you, Karen. Start strong, get an early goal, keep foot on the gas. That's the aim. If we can do that, awesome. But if not, it will be a game of patience. And we won the last one, so let's hope we can do it again. And it's at Elland Road, people. We have not been beaten at Elland Road. That's a key factor as well. And I think the crowd are going to be up for it. I think the crowd's been accused of being a bit quiet, but I'm not saying it's an entire thing. But when you're winning games or expected to win games, you see even with the big clubs in Man City, Liverpool, after they finish that song, the crowd is expectant. They expect to win. So there's not much jeopardy in the game, except for when it's a big game, when the big teams come to their grounds. And I think the fans will respond in kind to that as well. With Leicester coming, I think that there's going to be electricity in the ground on the night. So we'll see, won't we? Gavin, that new old manager bounce, that's tremendous. Let me just see. Was there anything else I wanted to cover from his press conference? I don't think there is. I think I've covered everything in regards to that. So yeah, people, let's get the score predictions in. Let me see what you're saying for this game. And by the way, I know a couple of people in the last video were talking about the ticks and the X's weren't right for the Southampton. It's a live document on Google, so it's no big deal. The positions are correct. The last 5 sometimes takes a little bit to update. Calma, don't worry about it. Dave, I'm starting to think we might win the league. I hear it. What are we saying, though? Bobby's saying 1-0. Gavin, if this happens, hey, what a Friday night, Gavin. 4-1 for Gavin. Mr. Ripper, 2-0. Deshaun, shout out to you, man. Deshaun, 3-1 Leeds. Chris is saying 2-0. Annabelle, 4-0. Hey, you guys coming with the 4s, man. Woof. Russ is saying 3-1. Matthew, 2-0, 1-0. Darren here, 3-0 win for us. One of their centre backs gets sent off. That sounds very specific, Darren. You're going to put a bet on that. Bet responsibly, people. Bet responsibly. Man, 1-1. Yeah. A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, by the way, people. I'm just going to say that. A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but 3 points would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Jonathan, 2-1. David, a low-scoring 3-0. Chris, what you doing, man? What's going on? 4-0 to Leicester, Chris. Come on, man. You're better than this, Chris. Farker to invert Perot and Rutter. Melier to have a mare. Tremendous. Oh, my days. Ryan here saying we're going to drop points at some point, 2-2. Yeah, I mean, listen, Ryan, it wasn't you, but there was someone else that said that about 5 games ago, that we can't win every game. And we've done that since. You know what I mean? It is possible with the team we have at this level, but of course, Leicester are a different opposition. I'm doing all this. I haven't said my score prediction. I'm going to back us to win this game. I'm going to back us to win. I don't think we're going to get a clean sheet in this one. So I'm going to go for a tight 2-1. 2-1 victory to Leeds. Yeah. And that isn't even me going, heart over head or anything. I genuinely believe we're going to win this game. But I think it's going to be tighter than than some of your scores anyway. But yes, 2-1, 2-1 for me. Phil here saying Vardy will be shackled. Well, Maresca was talking about upcoming for this game that one of their strikers or two of their strikers, I'm paraphrasing here, are going to be disappointed for missing out this game. So it's going to be interesting to see who will get the nod. But yeah, Vardy's always going to be a threat. He's just that good. He's a legend to me. I love Jamie Vardy, as people know on this channel. I absolutely love Jamie Vardy. He's a Premier League legend. Easy. It's not even a debate for me. He's one of the greats. And yeah, if he's to play, we're gonna have to look out for him because he can be pesky. But like someone said earlier, we did keep him quiet in the first game, as we've done with many players this season. Let's keep it up. A free kick goal. A free kick goal, well, that would be something. When was the last free kick we scored, people? Gavin here saying Archie's first goal. Yeah, that would be nice. No idea if Shackleton's fit. Don't know. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything in that press conference about Jamie Shackleton, in all fairness. But he had personal stuff before, though, didn't he? In fact, Jamie Shackleton. So I don't know if he's going to be back. Deshaun, yeah, top 10 Premier League strikers for me, Vardy. I mean, there's been a lot of greats down the years, but he's up there for me, Deshaun. Honestly, when you're thinking about a striker that you would love at Premier League level in his prime, there was hardly anyone better. He was quick. He was good in the air. He's a S-house, so you know you're going to get that from him too. You're going to get those games. He was a menace, but he could finish like no other. And I say it all the time. I love how he bowed out international football on his own terms. He said, "Wait a minute, I'm not going to be playing. Well, I don't want to get called up to be sitting on the bench. I retire." I love how he beats his own drum. I love that, man. So I've got so much respect for him. And Jim, yeah, I mean, this is another one. Vardy turned out Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal, Leicester just won the league. Vardy, looks like he might go to Arsenal, but instead he stays at Leicester City. He's where he's comfortable, where he's happy, he's going to stay. And I respect that. There's not many footballers that do that these days. They will follow the money. He didn't do that. So, I mean, he got contract bumps at Leicester, in all fairness, but you know what I'm saying there. He could have easily gone to Arsenal and maybe, been a bigger player than he is now. But yeah, he solidified for me. Most consecutive Premier League goals, legend. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, listen, people, it's going to be a huge game, big game on Friday. I'm going to be here. Just keep an eye out and see what I'm doing. I mean, there's still a couple of days for me to decide. I'm leaning towards a watch along and a match reaction, but yeah, it's a big game. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, people, if you're watching replay as well, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop your score predictions below. See you Friday night, people. It's going to be huge. Peace out.